If your AI agent is running real workflows, it needs more than a prompt. It needs an operating manual. In this video, I'll show you how to build an AI agent production runbook. So when something breaks, the team knows who owns it, when to stop it, what evidence to capture, and how to recover safely. The worst time to design your recovery process is after the agent has already made a mess. Imagine an agent creating duplicate tickets, sending the wrong notification, changing a security status too early, or failing halfway through a workflow. If nobody knows whether to pause it, retray it, roll back, or escalate, the agent is not production ready. A runbook turns panic into procedure. An AI agent runbook is the operating guide for the system around the model. It documents how the agent is supposed to run, what normal behavior looks like, what failure looks like, and what humans should do when the agent enters a risky state. The runbook is not only for engineers, it is for operators, reviewers, security teams, and anyone responsible for the workflow. Start with ownership. Every production agent needs a business owner, a technical owner, and an escalation owner. The business owner decides what the workflow is allowed to do. The technical owner maintains the tools, prompts, policies, and integrations. The escalation owner makes judgment calls when the agent reaches uncertainty. If everyone owns the agent, nobody owns the failure. Next, define operating modes. A mature agent should not have only on and off. It may have monitor only mode, draft mode, approval required mode, limited write mode, and full automation mode. These modes let you reduce risk without destroying the whole workflow. When something looks wrong, you can step the agent down instead of guessing. Then define stop conditions. These are the signals that force the agent to pause. Examples include repeated tool failures, missing evidence, unexpected permission errors, high risk data exposure, duplicate action attempts, unclear ownership, or reviewer override spikes. Stop conditions should be explicit. The agent should not decide on vibes whether it is safe to continue. Runbook also needs alert rules. Not every agent issue deserves the same response. A missing optional comment might be low severity. A failed audit log, changed access level, or customer facing message may be high severity. Define severity levels, who gets notified, where the alert goes, and how quickly someone should respond. Evidence capture is the part most teams forget. When an agent fails, you need the run ID, prompt version, tool calls, approval events, input data, output data, external object IDs, error messages, and final state. Without evidence, you cannot investigate. You can only guess. The runbook should say exactly what gets saved before anyone resets or retries the workflow. Recovery steps should be written before the incident. For each common failure, define whether to retray, rollback, compensate, reconcile, or escalate. If the agent created a ticket but failed to assign it, retry the assignment step. If it posted the wrong update, add a correction and link the evidence. If access changed unexpectedly, pause automation and require human review. The runbook should also define communication. Who gets notified? What channel is used? What should the message include? A good escalation message includes the agent name, workflow, severity, current mode, what changed, what is uncertain, and the recommended next action. The goal is not to spam people. The goal is to make the right human decision easy. Imagine a vulnerability management agent. Normal mode creates draft remediation tickets and waits for approval before status changes. If the owner lookup fails, the runbook says to pause the status update and escalate to the app ownership queue. The ticket API fails, it retrays the ticket step only. If the agent cannot capture verification evidence, it marks the finding as uncertain instead of fixed. That is the difference between automation and operational control. Here is the checklist. Define owners, define operating modes, define stop conditions, define severity levels, define alert routes, capture evidence before retrying, write recovery steps for common failures, separate retry, rollback, compensation, reconciliation, and escalation, review incidents, and update the runbook. If your AI agent does real work, the runbook is part of the product. Production AI agents are not just model calls, they are operational systems. A runbook makes those systems safer, easier to debug, and easier to trust. build the runbook before the agent breaks. If you want more practical AI agents for cybersecurity and automation, subscribe.